What's up, everybody? Hope you're having a good Friday. Hope you had a good week. Hope you're going to have a good weekend. Hopefully you have weekend plans. This video is my week in review. Weekend review video. I already reviewed this week's NXT, so I'm not going to be talking about NXT in this week in review, just talking about Raw, a little bit of Raw, and SmackDown Live. So Raw took place, we all know, from Glasgow, Scotland. That's where it was. The crowd was pretty hype, really into the show, except for the Golden Truth, Shining Stars match. Crowd was dead silent for that match. It was pretty damn funny that the crowd was so dead silent for the Golden Truth match. And I don't blame them for being dead silent, because that match does not even deserve to be on Monday Night Raw. So here we go. I'm going to just talk about the main event. Before the main event, we had a women's segment. Charlotte came out to be interviewed. Then Bayley came out, and Michael Cole, I believe, was talking to Charlotte about the Survivor Series Raw women's team. Well, then the fans hijacked the segment and took over, and the fans kept singing and singing and singing. They love Bayley. They really love Bayley in Europe. They were singing her song, Bayley, Won't You Be My Girl? I believe that's what they were singing. And then there was a lot of other words I couldn't understand. But they kept repeating this song over and over and over and over. They kept chanting it, singing it. They would not let Charlotte talk. And then Sasha Banks came out. And Sasha Banks got to talk, and they finally shut up a little bit. And then Bayley talked again. They started singing the song again. And I think Bayley was even kind of uncomfortable, because she was like, okay, guys, thank you very much. Thank you. I love you guys, but I got to say this. And then the crowd just would not stop. They kept chanting. They kept singing. I also believe Raw might have edited out a couple chants. There were chants of IWC. I don't know why. That's stupid to chant that. Because, I mean, sometimes the fans being vocal, sometimes it works towards a favorite superstar. Sometimes it could actually work, and then Vince McMahon could actually change his mind, and he'll actually give that superstar a push. Like Daniel Bryan. I don't believe they ever were going to put Daniel Bryan in a WrestleMania main event. I don't believe they ever were going to do that until the fans got behind them. And then Vince just had to give in and push Daniel Bryan. So, I mean, the fans are in the U.S., in Europe, the fans already love Bayley. So, I believe she is getting a women's title shot at the December Raw pay-per-view. So that's a good thing. But, I don't know. Sometimes fans trying to take over shows, I don't got a problem with it. You paid your money to get your ticket. You can chant whatever the hell you want. Now, some thought the Raw chant was disrespectful to the women. And it kind of was, but I don't think the fans cared. They were there chanting. They didn't care if they were disrespectful. And you want to talk about disrespectful chants, have you never heard of a company called ECW? Now, I'm a huge ECW fan, always will be. I mean, I'll always defend ECW. Did they go too far? Many times, yes. Did they push the envelope? Many times, yes. But that was ECW. That was the 90s culture. I mean, that's what wrestling became in the 90s, was pushing the envelope. And then it started in ECW, then WWF, in my opinion, stole it and became the Attitude Era. And then in 99, WCW stole what they were both doing. So, sometimes when the fans get angry and try to hijack the show, it works. But a lot of times it doesn't work, and WWE and Vince McMahon will just ignore the chants and ignore who you want to be pushed. They will just ignore it and never do a thing about it. So now, I mean, again, I didn't have a problem with the women's segment. Was it a little bit disrespectful? I guess so. But they paid their money to chant whatever the hell they want. And are today's wrestling fans spoiled? Probably. Are they ungrateful? Probably. Because when I was around, or I'm still around, but I mean, when I was growing up, when I was a teenager and growing up as a kid, there was no WWE Network to watch. There was not wrestling on Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, TNA Thursday night. There was not wrestling on like 4 nights a week. It didn't happen. So, I don't know. New wrestling fans, some of them are disrespectful. And some that I know, that I follow on Twitter, are cool people and good wrestling fans. But whatever. I'm done talking about fans. You want to talk about disrespectful? You thought they were disrespectful hijacking the women's segment? Well, go back and watch ECW pay-per-views in 98, 99. Go back on the WWE Network, watch ECW from 98, 97, 99. Listen to some of those chants. Listen to some of the chants that they did. Yes, the fans in ECW, they were part of the product. No doubt about it. They were part of the ECW Vive. They were part of the show, big time. But some of their chants were insane. A lot of profanity and a lot of, I mean, I thought the chants they all did were pretty funny. But they were kind of disrespectful, but that was wrestling in the 90s. There were basically no rules, no regulations. Fans chanted what they want. Used profanity. And our fans now still kind of use profanity, but not as much. Sometimes a holy shit chant breaks out. Basically, sometimes on WWE pay-per-views and NXT shows, but that's the worst chant you're probably going to hear in wrestling is holy shit. And that's it. So now to the main event. On Raw, it was a fatal 5-way. And it was a good match. It was a very good fatal 5-way. I enjoyed it. It was Kevin Owens, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Jericho, and Braun Strowman. I thought it was a very good fatal 5-way main event. All guys every guy in the match tried really hard. It was very good. Who won it? I can't even remember, to be honest. I cannot remember. I apologize, but I just can't remember. Might have been Seth Rollins might have won it. Or no, Owens won it, I believe. He fell over on top of Jericho and pinned Jericho. So I believe Kevin Owens won the fatal 5-way. At least I hope I'm right. Now to SmackDown Live. What I thought of SmackDown Live this week. Well, I'm only going to talk about the women's title match. Becky Lynch defending against Alexa Bliss. again in Glasgow, Scotland. If I said that wrong, I apologize. I'm not from there. So, the women's title match was pretty good. I enjoyed it. Alexa Bliss, almost messed her name up. Alexa Bliss taps out. Becky Lynch retains and is still SmackDown Live Women's Champion. I didn't really watch the second hour of SmackDown. I know the main event was, I believe, Bray Wyatt, Luke Harper, Randy Orton, I think, or some form of that team, I believe, against Ambrose, maybe AJ, I don't remember. But I didn't really watch second hour SmackDown because of the election, and I wanted to hear the election results coming in. And I didn't bother to tape the second hour SmackDown. So what I thought of SmackDown Live, from what I saw, it was good. I enjoyed it. Women's title match was the main part of the show, and it was the only match I really cared about. And it was good to see Becky Lynch get a victory by submission. So SmackDown Live was good. Raw was decent. It wasn't good or great. It was decent. The main event was pretty good. But I would, in NXT on Wednesday was pretty good also. They had a lot of dusty, classic tag team matches. But I would give the victory this week to SmackDown Live. I thought they were the best show. Hope you enjoyed this week in review video. I reviewed some of Raw and SmackDown. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a great weekend. Bye for now.